Start to develop your understanding of the working world and what's in it right now. Make sure that you're learning and getting experience where you can. Hello everyone, my name is Ruth Penfold and I am People Practice Lead at BP Launchpad. Now what that means is I'm a bit like a Chief People Officer. I basically head up what you may have heard of being called HR. So all the stuff relating to people. So my role is to make sure that the organisation runs in the right way and that the people within it feel really good about being there. We are a business that invests in other companies and helps them to grow. So my team is also responsible for making sure that those companies get the people stuff right from the inside out too. When I was younger, I wanted to be all kinds of things, and I wanted to, first of all, be a TV presenter. And I'm like 40 now, so this is before this was, what a lot of people wanted to do. I wanted to do that. Then I wanted to have my own gym. Then I wanted to be a music journalist. Then I wanted to be a lawyer. But I fell into what we call recruitment, and I worked in an agency that essentially helps people find jobs and jobs find people. And I did that for 13 years, which I know for you will feel like a really long time, and it kind of did for me too. So when I was 33, so 7 years ago, I changed what I was doing, and I took that skill set to inside a company, and I took it to inside a company called Shazam, which you may or may not have heard of. Shazam is an app that helps people figure out which song, what the name of a song is or something like that. Hugely popular app. And I was there for 5 years where I helped find the right people to come and work at Shazam. And then also started to look at how the organization was set up, and started to look at how we made sure it was a place where people enjoyed being, and what we were actually offering to employees and whether that was a good thing or not. And then I took that further with the machine learning. So they use artificial intelligence company called Onfido, who use machine learning to help people identify who they really are on an app, basically. That's what I was doing there. I think really the journey that I've been on is, as I've aged, I've realized that the key to my own joy in my own life has come through my own evolution and taking the time to learn about myself. So, in terms of that journey that I've been on, it's been wonderful to really understand how I work. And I've become fascinated with how humans work in turn. And so from that place, what I then do is, what I've then kind of done is married that interest up and realized that when I work in people teams in technology businesses like I do right now, I get to have real access to people and help support their own evolution and development, and also support the evolution and development of a company too at the same time. So my purpose is quite literally people. I want to see every human being living in a life that feels good, that they're thriving in. I want to see every human being build the toolkit that they need to be feeling good within themselves, which means that you have to be looking at your well-being from your physical health, from your mental health, but also your social health. So in terms of how you relate to others, we don't have to do this alone. We are creatures that can come together to help one another out, and that really is beautiful. Honestly, I was a rebel. So I've always been a bit of a free thinker, and I've always been a bit of a questioner. I was clever at school, but I had a challenge with the authority of school at times. But I kept showing up and I did my best. But in terms of my actual grades and things like that, I didn't do the best. But I didn't do the worst either. So I would say I was moderately okay, and I was a bit challenging. There were some teachers that I respected a lot, and there were some teachers that I didn't. But if I was interested in a subject, that's where I lit up. And really, in terms of kind of, learning to listen to what you want in your life, I'm not saying be bad at school, I'm saying be good at school, but start to figure out what are the things that you do that don't feel like you're doing anything at all. Where do you get lost in the moment? What are those things? And start to think about what they are, because that may help you start to figure out what path you're really looking for when it comes to where you go from here. For a student or for a human being, I think it's relationship skills. So, I talked about social well-being before. I really think that more and more as our society evolves, the way that we connect into one another will be key to our collective evolution. So if you can get really good at developing human connections with people and learn to make sure that you're showing up in the right way for the people around you, in a way that supports both of you, so you're not giving too much, but you're not giving too little, really, I think that will be a real competitive advantage when it comes to the future. I would focus on building your network. Really, those relationships are everything. So start now, connect with people like me, because you don't know when we're going to become useful, and, start to develop your, understanding of the working world and what's in it right now. So learn as much as you possibly can about that, as well as the brilliant stuff that you're studying at school, but make sure that you're learning and getting experience where you can. So, maybe you can contact people that your parents know, or maybe you can just reach out and connect to people online and ask them the question. But I would really try to focus on those 3 areas. So building your network, learning as much as you possibly can all of the time, and taking whatever experience you can get of the working world, whether that's asking questions, or whether that's something much more practical. I wish you all tremendous success. It is a challenging time, but we've had challenging times in our lives before as human beings, and we've been okay, and you're going to be okay, I promise you. I wish you all the very best with whatever comes next.